Okay. Can everyone hear my voice? If you can hear me clearly, you can say yes in the chat box. The chat box is on your bottom right-hand corner. Say yes in the chat box if you can hear me clearly. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Okay. I am recording the session. I think just right to start now. So very good morning and also selamat pagi to all of you and welcome to this session on Proquest Ebook Central. As the name suggests, Ebook Central, the collections that you will look at is collections of ebooks. Yeah, and before I go further, I just would like to know how many of you all here in this session have used these collections of ebooks from Ebook Central before this. If you have used, you say yes. If you haven't, just say no. Okay, I read some response from you. So it looks like most of you have not used this Proquest Ebook Central. So whenever it comes to academic journey, we need lots of literature to support our research, support our assignments, or even our project papers and so on. So one of the very important literature, apart from the scholarly journals, is collections of ebooks as well. So it is very important, or it's very essential for you to know how to access to Proquest Ebook Central and have access to the collections of ebooks from your library portal. So that is why we are here today. I will take you through how to access to Proquest Ebook Central, how to discover the collection, how to use the content to support your research, teaching, and learning. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today in next 1 hour, where we have probably about 55 minutes or so. It's scheduled for 1 hour. Okay. Before we go to the next part, let me also introduce myself. My name is Kurinji Malar. You can call me as Kurinji. I'm the Customer Success and Training Manager for Clarivate, which was in the past is known as Proquest. Now is part of Clarivate. So our organization is called as Clarivate. And I've been in Clarivate about 4 years now, but I've been in this industry for many years. I've worked with many of the academic institutions as well as the government sectors across Southeast Asia. And one of my long-term aspiration is to contribute and to be impactful in the development of higher education. So therefore, sharing any knowledge or research-related information is something very close to my heart. Okay, that's a little bit about me. Of course, I'm based in Malaysia. Even though this session is only about an hour, but we will set our objective. So towards the end of the session, if I leave this webinar, what that I have learned, what will be my key takeaway. So first thing that we want to learn is to access to this platform. Yeah, you need to know how to access. You must have your access. Number two is once you are in the platform, you will know how to discover the titles doing by searching or using the advanced search, or even to browse the content. You will know how to discover the titles that is relevant to your interest. And also after you have discovered the title, because it's in the form of ebooks, then you will need to know how to utilize some of the reader tools, online reader tools, or how to download this content, how to download the chapters, and so on. So these are some of the tools that you need to know for you to utilize the content to support your assignments or your research papers, or even for teaching purposes. And also here we have also a bookshelf. Bookshelf means I found a couple of books that is related to me, and I want to save them into my bookshelf. It's like a favorite folder where you can access quickly access to those folder. You can even share this folder for the lecturers if you want to utilize some of this content as part of the recommended reading materials or recommended source for research. You can use the bookshelf to collaborate with your team members or students as well. And lastly, there are books that comes with a digital right management free. That means there are books that you can completely download them into a PDF, right? Once you say, yes, I like this book is DRM free, and I want to download into a PDF format, and you can keep it in your local drive. You can put it into your cloud saving options, or you can even share it in the learning management system. Okay. So I'm going to go off camera for now. If there's any question later, I'll be back on camera. Okay, so these are our four main objectives that we want to achieve in next 50 minutes or so. Okay. Oh. First thing is accessing to Proquest Ebook Central. If you notice, it is in your chat box. Your chat box is on your bottom right hand corner. Yeah. So for those who you have question, the audio is set one way, so therefore you're not able to unmute your speaker yourself. So if you want to ask question, just feel free to post your question in the chat box. The chat box is one way we can communicate. But if you have question that you want to share, there are more than sharing in the chat box. Please let me know in the chat box itself that you want to speak. Then I can unmute your speaker manually. Okay, you can do that also. And if you notice in the chat box, Ms. Nabila already shared the link for you to register. If you have access to your remote text, that's okay. If you don't have, kindly register the access to remote text so that you can access to all the resources, library resources, yeah, the databases and all. You can access it through your library portal. So make sure that you have access to your remote text. So to access to eBook Central, so if you have successfully access to the eBook Central, you want to try it now. If you're not sure, I think if you scroll up to your chat box, you will be able to see the link. Yeah, make sure that you register. So before I take you to the page, so once you have registered or you have access to your remote text, look up for the resources called Proquest Ebook Central. So once you log in to your Proquest Ebook Central, you should come to this interface. So if you're trying it now, you can do so. First of all, you need to, if you click on your remote text, right? Hold on, not this one. Should be able to come to this page. You have registered, you enter your password, or if not, you create a new account, and you will come to a list of sources, list of resources or sources for the collections of books or collections of other materials. Yeah. Okay, there's a question. We register. Ms. Nabila, is institution's email, right? IUKL's email, right?
Yeah, some of them using the institutional email, but some of them use personal email. So I think both also can, no problem. Yeah.
Okay. So you can use either your institution email or if you have personal email also is fine. Ms. Nabila just mentioned it. Just feel free to do so. Yeah. Okay. So once you have registered and if you have clicked on the Proquest Ebook Central, you should come to this page. Okay. You see, this is the page that you come. You will see as a landing page. You will see your institution's name label here. So if you are in this interface, if you are in this is your landing page, then you're right. You already have access to Proquest Ebook Central. Okay. Okay, there's some challenges in accessing. Yeah, there's some user category expired. Sabila, is there any advice from you?
Oh yeah, I will reply the question.
Okay, so you will manage that. Okay, so if you have any question on registration accessing, Ms. Nabila will respond to you. So once you have access to this platform, okay, this platform is Proquest Ebook Central, where it hosts collections of ebooks. So now question to you is just a guessing question. How many books do you think you have access to this platform, from this platform? How many books there are in hundreds, thousands? So let me know roughly how many books do you think it is available here? This is just a guessing question. Not to worry about it. Just feel free to guess and nothing to test your knowledge or anything. Yeah. Just send me the number in the chat box. 10,000? No, it's way more than that. Really, yep. There's someone is so close to the number. Anybody else you want to guess? I'm going to move on now to show you. Oh, 500,000. Okay, thank you for responding. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Okay, so if you want to know, just put your cursor here, just click on the search. So if you already access to this platform, you should be able to access to 252,000 over content. Yeah. So from Ahmed, I think your bullseye, yeah, just got your your number almost very close to the number here. Thank you. So you have what you have here. You have collections of 252,000 books from various subjects. So if you want to know, yes, now I have so many books, but what subjects do they cover? So what you can do is go back to your main search page at the browse function, at the browse subjects. You can, if you click on it, you will see that the coverage of the books goes covering on collections from arts, architectures, business related, education, including health and medicine, some literatures, language related, literature and language related, religion and philosophy. On my right here, good collections of science and technology collections are all on my right here. So if you access to Proquest Ebook Central, you have access to all these collections of books from covering all these subjects. So now you know, even if you're interested in looking at electrical engineering or environmental engineering, you just click on it, you can able to access it. Okay, the browse function is to show you, you have collections from multidisciplinary database. Okay. Now, let's say if you're here, you just want to see, okay, do I have any books on a specific topic that you have? So for example, if you want to look up for books on, okay, let's take this topic, supply chain. I just want to see if there are books on supply chain related. Whenever you type in, okay, before that, just let me show you. So in the basic search, you have option to discover the books through the basic search. So if you use a basic search, you can use any keywords. This is not a complex search strategy. So just use your keyword, or you use, if you know the author's name, or if you want to find any books from a specific author, or ISBN number. If you're given a references, you can use ISBN number. Otherwise, you just type in, if you say, oh, do I have books on supply chain, example, you basically just click search. So okay, what will happen is it will surface to you all the books that related to supply chain. Either it is that the key term is mentioned in the title, or sometimes it is described in the description, or maybe it's just one chapter talking about supply chain. So it will surface to you. There's so many books has the term supply chain. As you scroll down, it may not become, may not be something relevant to you, but the first few pages definitely something that you want to look up for, because we sorted by relevance. But if you want to be very specific, if you say, no, only give me books that has supply chain in the title, whether it's supply chain management, or is it related to supply chain strategies, or any topic. So what you do now, you, instead of searching from the basic search, you can go to advanced search form. Okay, so when you go to advanced search form, you can specify and say, oh yes, I want books on supply chain, but I want the books title to have supply chain in the title of the books. So you go to your keyword and full text search fields, select title. Okay, now you said, okay, I want books on supply chain in the title. So these are all the books that has supply chain in the title. Is construction, supply chain economics. Then you have retail supply chain management, sustainable supply chain management, and etc. Right? So books are all definitely have supply chain in the title. So if you notice, you have more than 148 books. So if you want to look at all the books in one page, results per page, you change this to 100. So you only glance through 2 pages, then you should be able to look at all the subjects. And if you want the latest books on top, so you change these to sort by to publication date. So you have all the books, the latest books on supply chain will be on top here. You can access to those books. Okay, before that, there are some other filtration that you need to take note. So if you want to confine to books that is last 3 years or so, you can just select the years that you want. And within the supply chain, they are related to operation management, some related to just logistics and supply chain or distribution or purchasing. Depending on what is your interest, you can focus to those sub-subject collections. Okay? And the books here also comes in other languages. So if you want to just focus on English specifically, you select English. Okay, so this way you can filter it. Filtration is very easy, very straightforward. Okay. Now, if you say now, if you before that, if you really want to say, okay, I want last 5-6 years of titles, then you can just change this to say, show me only the maybe 8 years of titles, 2016 to 24. You can filter it before itself if you want to, yeah. But just to show you everything, I wanted to take you to this whole page here. Okay, now next step is, so what we did so far, you know how to access to your Proquest Ebook Central from your remote text access. Yeah, you should register for your remote text access. Then from the remote text access, you can access to Proquest Ebook Central. So after you have access to Proquest Ebook Central, you have 3 ways to discover the collection. That is, number 1 is using the basic search. Then you know how to use the advanced search. And you can also browse the books that you want to. So that there are main 3 ways how to discover the books. Okay. Now another way to discover, because if you do not know the title, sometimes you know the broad subject. So you say, okay, I don't have any other information such as author or publishers and so on, but I know what subject that I want to search. So you have a broader category, the subjects in a broader category. So if you are interested in books on construction related, right? Let's say construction or industry related or transportation related or engineering related, material science related, any of those books that interest to you in a broader subject, you just select by subject heading, okay? And then say it is by subject heading, it is by categorization. Then you use construction. You want to look at construction, okay? So just search on it. Now, if you search by construction, there will be all the collections of books that has been tagged or that has been categorized under the construction will surface to you. So how do you know this book is related to construction? If you go in, you just click on it, right? On the book details, you will see this book is actually under the, hold on, click show more, okay? Here, bisect subject heading. This is under the industries construction, also covers some law construction, also under the technology, engineering, construction, contracting. So this book basically has been subject, the subject heading or it has been categorized under this subject. Okay. All right. So now we just go back one step. Okay, there is a question. I would like to answer your question. Okay, this one, you're not able to find your scholarly papers, your working papers or dissertation through this platform. This platform only has collections of books. So if you were to look up for scholarly journals, or if you're looking for some other research papers for your thesis, you need to alternatively look at other resources from your library. But you also have access to, if your research is related to education, you do have access to Proquest Education Collection. The other collection where you can find all your scholarly journals, all your the conference papers, working papers, dissertations, and so on. So that is under the Proquest Education Collection related to education related research. Okay, so I just want to share with you, that's just to answer the question in the chat box. Now coming back to this, so now you know that is why all these books has been surfacing to you, because these are all books that related to construction related contracts and construction related books. Okay, so now you know, apart from title, You can also use bisect subject heading to look for collections of the books. Okay, now before I go further, I also would like to show you another example that you can also expand your discovery of the books by, by selecting one particular book. So let's say this book. I'm going to share with you. This book is related to agriculture science. Okay, I know the title. Let's assume I have this title. I'm given this title. So I just go look up for that specific book. Okay, this is the book that I want to show you. So let's say you only given this title, but you want to discover more books. Focus on the book details page. If you scroll down, okay, so you can see this author. This author may have a different books that might be related or might not. So you can check. But there are core titles related to the farming or agriculture related books. Yeah, so this is one of it, and there are another book on the sustainable agriculture and also organic farming. So if you scroll down, sometimes you will see some suggestion that is related to agriculture or sustainable agriculture related books. If you want to see more, just click. Okay, so these are all books has been recommended to you by the RCL libraries. But if you want to see, if my institution have access to these books? So all that you do is just check the availability. So when you check the availability, if you have access, it will pop up like this. You say, yes, you have, it's organic farming. Okay, your institution has unlimited to these books. And if you notice, this is what I want you to take note. So if you are looking at a book, just focus on your right here. It says that there are no copy, print, or download restriction for this title. So what it means, this is what we call this as a digital right management free. That means you can download the entire book, this whole book, right, into a PDF. Just download the whole book. So you take a moment, you download the whole book into a PDF. It's 1.4 megabytes. So just take note, it's huge. So you just have to save it in your local drive once you have downloaded. So once you have downloaded to your local drive, or if you save it in your Google Drive or any Microsoft OneDrive, any of the cloud saving options, you can also move this into your learning management system as part of your material collection. Yeah. So once you have done that, that means that's it. The book is available to you after that. So only books that comes with this indication, there are no copy, print, or download restriction, means is a digital right management free books. Okay, so just take note of that. Now I'm going back again to show you how else I can utilize this content. So for that, I'm going to use the subject again on supply chain. Let's just go back again. So let's assume that you want to collect all the recent, the current publication, the recent publication. Just change this to recent publication. Say, okay, this is something I want to explore. This one also I want to explore. I want to read this book. I want to make it a collection. So how do you do that? So on your right here, you have a bookshelf. There is a bookshelf where you can keep all your books into your favorite folder. Okay, I just want to also alert you. Sometimes whenever you click on it from your end, you may have like pop-up saying register, create account. So just feel free to create that account. Let's say it pops up and it comes up this way. Hold on, let me show you with see the screen. So if you say create account, just enter your first name, last name, email address, and the password. And remember that is basically to personalize, to access to this platform. You want to personalize and say, yes, this is Proquest Ebook Central, but you want a personalizing folder. So you just create that account. There is no need to be registered, no need to be approval and so on. So with that, you can easily create your folder and say, okay, this is on supply chain. You can create your own folder. Say, yes, I want to add this book into my supply chain folder. This book also, I want to add it to my supply chain folder. Then as you read, and if you think it's related to what you want to study, just what you want to explore, you just have to enter, save it. And as many as books that you go down and said, okay, this also you want to add, right? Just, sorry, here. Once you have added the content, all the collections of books will be residing in the bookshelf. So what is the advantage of doing so? First time when you access, you don't know what book you have, you have explored, you found the right books, you want to keep them into your bookshelf. So second time when you come to Proquest Ebook Central, you straight away go to your bookshelf. You don't need to look for the books again and again. So it is all in your bookshelf. There is the default page will be this research folder, which is the default folder. But you have created, recently we have created supply chain folder, and we have actually added the books to this folder, a couple of books here. So next time you come in and you can read the books from here. You can say, okay, I want to read this book or I want to explore this book. So whenever you click on this, it will take you to this page where you can quickly read the book. This is the read online page.